Hey guys, my name is Divya. I am a doctor, a pharmacologist, but I now hold a management position in one of the healthcare companies. I work in Bangalore and I recently took the SHRM exam, the SHRM-SCP exam, and I've been doing a series of videos to help everybody crack the exam. So this is one of the videos, one of the many videos in this series, and this idea was suggested by people that I know who reached out to me, and they asked me how to actually apply to the SHRM exam. So this is something that never occurred to me. It never occurred to me to actually do a video on how to find out if you're eligible to take the exam, how much the exam costs, and how to actually apply for the exam. So these are worthwhile questions, important questions, and that's what I'm going to cover in this video. I do hope that these series and this video is helping you out. If it is, please give it a thumbs up because it keeps me motivated. And please take a minute and subscribe to my channel. And now let's get right into the video. So how does one find out if you're eligible to take the SHRM exam? So the easy thing to do is just navigate to shrm.org/certification. I will leave all the links in the description box below and just go over the page which defines eligibility criteria. I'm going to go over this briefly, but do take the time to just browse through this whenever you're free. So if you do not have a bachelor's degree and you want to take the SHRM-CP exam, then you have to have 3 years of experience in an HR role. If you are in a non-HR related program, the degree that you hold, which is less than a bachelor's, then you need 4 years in an HR role. Similarly, for the SCP, you need 6 years of experience in an HR related role. Or 7 years in an HR-related role if you do not have a bachelor's degree. If you do hold a bachelor's degree, then you need 1 year in an HR-related role to be eligible to take the CP exam and 4 years in an HR role to be eligible to take the SCP exam. If you do not have an HR-related degree but hold a bachelor's degree, then you need 2 years in an HR role or 5 years, depending on whether you want to take the CP exam or the SCP exam. Now, let's say you have a graduate degree. So what that means in India is a postgraduate degree, meaning that you either have a master's or a doctorate. Then that means that if you want to take the CP exam and it's a graduate degree in an HR related program, then you just have to be in an HR related role. For the SCP, you do need 3 years in an HR-related role. Non-HR degree and a graduate degree, meaning you have either a master's or a doctorate, you need a 1 year of experience in an HR-related role or 4 years if you want to take the SCP. You can browse through this whenever you have the time. They also give you certain details about what qualifies as eligible hours and what doesn't. They give you details like you don't have to have a human resource title. So for example, I did not have an HR title, but since I've been doing management related stuff, human resource management was part of it. I was eligible to take the exam. And regardless of what you do, when discovering your eligibility, I would highly suggest that you be honest and truthful on the application. So the second thing I wanted to discuss here after discussing the eligibility criteria is the exam window and fees. Again, I will leave the links in the description box below. I am publishing this video in September of 2020, so the next testing window is the winter testing window. So that means you can start studying right away, but you can take the exam somewhere in between December and February 15th, 2021. So the early bird application ends on October 16th, 2020. I alluded towards this in my previous video. So if you want to avail of the early bird discount, which is a significant amount, I would say, then you please apply for the SHRM exam by 16th of October, 2020. And the standard application deadline is December 1st, 2020. The exam fees is listed in this link over here. So if you apply by 16th of October, the exam costs $300 for SHRM members. and $400 for non-members. I am an SHRM member, so I did sign up for SHRM membership and then took the exam, the SCP exam, which is what I was eligible for and which is what I wanted to do. There are other fee structures here, the standard exam fee, the application processing fee, which is non-refundable, and what happens if you want to retest or rescore your exam. So these things are listed out, and it is a helpful little link, which I will link in the description box below. The third and the final is definitely the SHRM application, for which you would have to create an account. I already have created an account, so all I have to do is log in with my credentials, and it's going to open up the login page, and this directs me to the application. So I had already logged in previously, and that's why it's opening up the page. And this is what the certification in place looks like. And it will have a little box over here which will say apply for the SHRM certification. And you can begin your exam application right away. Sincere suggestion again, just please be honest on it. It asks for basic things like your experience, what you're applying for, education level, total years of applicable HR experience, your current employer, the job title, demographics, and were you referred by anybody. So if you fill all these out and submit your application, it actually sends you an email once your application is approved, and then you can, after the approval, it even gives you an ATT, which is what the authority to test is. So with that authority to test, you can schedule your exam at any given point of time, which just means that you're ready to take the test. So all you have to do is study and crack the exam. So here are all the details on how to find out if you are eligible for the exam, how to apply for the exam, and how much the exam costs. I really do hope that you find this video helpful. Once again, if you do, please give it a thumbs up. I will continue making the videos, and if you have questions or anything I missed, please leave it in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer every single question and comment. Thank you so much for watching.